I'm adding a tropical twist to this winter wonderland inspired coconut cream cheese pound cake. It is incredibly tender, melts in your mouth, and topped with a delicious white chocolate glaze. You're going to absolutely love how easy it is as well. Let's get cracking. You want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. In this bowl, we'll sift our dry ingredients. So I've taken some all-purpose flour or plain flour and some baking powder and salt. And I'm also using some desiccated coconut. Now, it's not going to completely pass through the sieve, but the reason that I'm passing as much of it as I can through the sieve is to break down those rock-like clumpy nuggets of the desiccated coconut. So as you pass all the dry ingredients through the sieve, the rest of the coconut flakes that are left over, you'll just dump that back into the dry ingredients because now they are not clumpy anymore and they aren't large rock-like nuggets. So once you've done that, just give it a good mix, keep it aside, and then you'll start prepping the eggs. So I'm taking 4 full eggs which are at room temperature. I'm going to crack them in a larger pitcher like this, and then I'll pour in a generous helping of vanilla. Now you could add coconut extract as well. The reason I didn't is because I want the flavors to be complementary. And so adding vanilla extract helps add a certain depth of flavor to this coconut cream cheese pound cake. And then we'll start working with our butter and icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. So I've taken room temperature softened butter. I've just smoothed it out with the paddle attachment of my stand mixer. You can use electric beaters as well. And then I am going to sift in my icing sugar because icing sugar again also has a lot of little nuggets and clumps. So you want to break them apart by passing it through a sieve. And then on the lowest speed of the stand mixer, first I'll mix until all of the icing sugar has integrated with the butter. Otherwise the icing sugar will just go flying all over the place. You don't want that. And then you will start mixing your butter and icing sugar mix on a medium high speed, so speed 8 of my stand mixer, for about 10 minutes, but you won't go in for 10 minutes in one go. After 5 minutes, you will turn off the stand mixer and scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl and then go back in for another 5 minutes. So for a total of 10 minutes, but you will stop halfway through and scrape the sides and the bottom. You'll see just how incredibly voluminous and pale, light and fluffy this mix has got. And that looks incredible. This is perfect. So now what I'll do is I'll add in my softened room temperature cream cheese as well. This cream cheese adds such a beautiful flavor and pairs so exceptionally well with the coconut notes in this pound cake, and it also adds to the tenderness and moistness of the pound cake, and you'll see just how incredible it tastes. So once you've added the cream cheese in there, go in with your paddle attachment on a medium high speed for about 2 minutes or so until it's well integrated with the rest of the batter, and you can see just how fluffy that goes. Then you lower the speed of your stand mixer and then start adding the eggs which are infused with the vanilla extract a little at a time. You want to wait till it gets integrated into the batter before adding a little bit more. If you add everything in one go, it will just overwhelm the cake batter and it won't mix the way that it should. And so you'll add a little at a time, and towards the end you will notice that it starts to curdle a little bit, and that's because the emulsion has broken. But you have nothing to worry about. Once you add the dry ingredients, it will all be fine. You'll just scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl just to make sure everything is getting really well combined, and then you'll go back in with your paddle attachment on a medium high speed, so speed 8 of your stand mixer, for about 2 minutes, and it will go really glossy, smooth and fluffy. It will still have a few curdled bits, but you have nothing to worry about because now when we add our dry ingredients that we prepared earlier on, which also has the desiccated coconut in it, it will combine and come together really well. So make sure that once you add the dry ingredients, you're only mixing it on the lowest speed setting for just about 20 to 25 seconds, just until it comes together. You do not want to develop the gluten here. You want the cake to be really light and fluffy, but if you overwork the cake batter and mix it for too long, the gluten develops, giving you a very dense gummy cake, which you really don't want. Give it one final fold through like this to make sure everything's well combined. And also, by the way, you can use electric beaters to do this as well. And now here I have a 9-inch bundt pan that I have greased really generously with some softened butter, and not just on the designed part of the bundt pan on the inside, but also the flute that you see in the center needs to be greased really well so that the cake doesn't stick and it slides out effortlessly from the tin. So add in all of your coconut cream cheese pound cake batter in there, and then use an offset spatula to smooth it around, and then this will go in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 32 to 35 minutes. A skewer or a knife inserted in the center of the pound cake will come out clean. Then you're going to let it sit in the tin for about 20 minutes or so to help it cool down slightly, and then you'll invert it like this onto a wire rack, and you'll see because of how well we greased it, even though this bundt pan is non-stick, you can see just how easily the cake just slides out of the tin. Now we're going to let that cool down completely, and once it has cooled down, we'll make our white chocolate glaze. So I'm just going to take some white chocolate that I've chopped really finely, and it's at room temperature, and I've added some cream to it, and I'll keep popping this in the microwave at 10 to 15 second intervals until it's completely melted. Once well melted like this, I let it sit for about 5 minutes to 10 minutes just to help it cool down slightly. I don't want it to be hot. I want it to be slightly closer to room temperature so that it can thicken ever so slightly and hold its shape as we drizzle it over our completely cooled coconut cream cheese pound cake. And as a final finishing touch before the glaze completely dries up, I will add a generous sprinkling of some of this desiccated coconut, and our beautiful coconut cream cheese pound cake is ready. But stick around for a little bit longer because I'm going to cut into this and show you what it looks like on the inside, and you'll see just how pillowy soft this coconut cream cheese pound cake is. You can see just how amazing that looks. It is incredibly moist. It has a really fine, delicate crumb, and it melts in your mouth. It has the perfect flavor of the coconut, and it isn't overpowering. You can add coconut extract as well, like I mentioned earlier, but the addition of the vanilla really helps complement all of the flavors. This is a pound cake unlike anything you've ever eaten. Just like this lemon cream cheese pound cake that you see on the screen, you should definitely check it out.